Hello everyone, welcome back to Rogue America. My name is Pariza Rajput. Thank you so much for tuning in this week because today's episode is really interesting. It is on deforestation, which is a pretty big problem in the earth right now. But before we begin, I just wanted to mention that today's podcast is sponsored by Cool Earth. Cool Earth is a UK-based international non-governmental organization that protects endangered rainforests. Cool Earth aims to reduce the impacts of climate change by combating deforestation in a variety of rainforest locations. They are working hard to try and stop deforestation, which, as I mentioned before, is a really big problem right now. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started on today's podcast. The Amazon rainforest, covering much of northwestern Brazil and extending into Colombia, Peru, and other South American countries, is the world's largest tropical rainforest, famed for its biodiversity. 10% of all the world's wildlife is found in the Amazon. The Amazon is home to over 30 million people. An estimated 400 billion trees stand in the Amazon. As beautiful as this rainforest is, we humans have cut down and destroyed so much of it. Sadly, 1.5 acres of the Amazon vanishes every single second, and with it an average of 137 species become extinct every day. Deforestation in the Amazon alone accounts for 30% of global carbon emissions, and if things continue the way they are, there won't be anything left in 50 years. Which leads us to the first question for today's show. What are some of the causes of deforestation? Deforestation can be caused by a couple of things, starting with the production of paper. America, China, Japan, and Canada make up more than a lot of the world's paper production, about 400 million tons a year. Timber logging. Around 380,000 acres of forest are cut down each year to meet the incredible global demand for wood and wood products, accounting for around 60% of degradation. Another 25% of forest is degraded for fuel wood and charcoal. Expansion and infrastructure. As the human population grows bigger and bigger, large tracts of forest get cleared to make way for the expansion of cities and settlements. Climate change. Deforestation is one of the leading causes of climate change. Extreme weather events like wildfires, droughts, and storms destroy millions of acres of forest every year, and their intensity is only increasing with global warming. As you can see, deforestation can be caused by a couple of different factors, so let's take a look at what exactly are the current rates of deforestation in the Amazon rainforest. It is estimated that the Amazon alone is vanishing at a rate of 20,000 square miles a year. If nothing is done to curb this trend, the entire Amazon could be gone within 50 years. In 2019, 10,129 kilometers of forest was cut and destroyed, which is an increase of 34% compared to 2018. Since we're talking about the destruction of the Amazon rainforest, how much of it has actually been cut down? About 17% of the Amazonian rainforest has been destroyed over the past 50 years, and losses have recently been on the rise. In 2021, it was estimated that about 4.8 million acres of rainforest were lost, mostly in part of Brazil. Deforestation can affect a lot of things. Moving on to a more geographic point of view, how does deforestation affect rates of soil erosion? Without plant cover, erosion can occur and sweep the lands into rivers. The agricultural plants that often replace the trees cannot hold onto the soil, and many of these plants, such as coffee, cotton, palm oil, soybean, and wheat, can worsen soil erosion. Another thing that deforestation affects is flooding. But how does deforestation affect the frequency of flooding? Due to deforestation, the water holding capacity of the soil decreases. The roots of the trees get dried after they're cut down, and the movement of water through trees into the soil slows down. The water of the rainfall collects on the surface, which results in flooding. Now imagine living in a place that's going through problems like this. How do deforestation, flooding, and erosion impact the people of Amazonia? Cutting down rainforests can damage habitat and diminish levels of biodiversity and food sources. It can also degrade the soil, pollute rivers and lands, and cause areas to dry out, affecting the overall productivity of the people and animals that live there. Another big impact of deforestation is an increase in the spread of life-threatening diseases such as malaria and dengue fever. Now that we've talked a lot about deforestation, I wanted to take a look at the overall geography of the Amazon rainforest itself. The Amazon rainforest is one of the most unique features of the planet Earth. From the landforms to the human geography, you will continue to be amazed. So first I'm going to talk about some of the landforms of the Amazon rainforest. The sedimentary axis of the Amazon basin has two distinct groups of landforms: the floodplains of alluvial and the upland surfaces of Pliocene. The alluvial plain is a flat land area adjacent to a stream, composed of sedimentary deposits and subject to periodic inundation by the stream. Another important feature of the rainforest geography is the water systems that are used by the people and animals that live there. The Amazon River begins as a small stream in the Peruvian Andes and winds its way east over the northern half of South America, growing out to carry approximately 20% of the planet's freshwater to sea. This is the largest river delta on our planet, discharging more freshwater than the 7 largest rivers, creating a salty versus freshwater system that covers an area of 2.5 million square kilometers. The climate of the Amazon remains humid, tropical, and hot throughout all 365 days of the year. The average annual temperature is around 80 degrees Fahrenheit, but can vary between months. Due to its ever so consistent climate, there are no distinct winter and summer seasons. Amazonia has significant mineral resources that benefit the people and animals living there. These resources include iron, aluminum, copper, gold, and tin. The ecosystem supports fruits including bananas, papayas, mangoes, coca, and coffee beans. The rainforest also provides medicinal products. The human geography of the Amazon rainforest is the most astonishing part. It's crazy how much we humans can have an impact on the environment. Positive impacts are things like the protection of development and new endangered habitats, often by making national parks, reducing the release of greenhouse gases, and reforestation, like planting trees to replace those that were cut down. Negative impacts like mining, logging, ranching, agriculture, and oil and gas extraction have put unsustainable pressure on the delicate rainforest of the Amazon basin. The Amazon rainforest is slowly vanishing from the earth. Ending deforestation is our best chance to conserve wildlife and defend the rights of forest communities. While there are no silver bullet things we can do to end deforestation, there are small acts of awareness we can still try to conserve the environment. Small things like planting a tree, using less paper, recycling paper and cardboard, using recycled products, and buying only sustainable wood products can make small but effective changes to the environment. Alright guys, that's it for today's episode. I really hope I was able to raise some awareness about deforestation and maybe inspire others to do some small acts of kindness towards the environment. Make sure you tune in for next week's episode, which is going to be about one of the Earth's biggest environmental problems right now: air pollution. We're going to talk about the effects of air pollution and why it needs to be stopped right away. It's going to be a really interactive podcast, so make sure you don't miss it. Stay awesome, stay aware, and most importantly, stay rogue, America.